Alors moi, que vais-je devenir, qui suis une vieille famille, une famille depuis des générations, qui suis au pays, on va me prendre toutes mes terres et il va rester ma maison. Que vais-je faire à ce moment-là? J'aurai plus rien pour travailler, j'aurai ma famille à faire vivre.
Ce que tu viens de dire, Paul, ce que tu viens de demander, c'est bien bon, mais moi, mon cas n'est plus du tout le même. Et je suis un travailleur salarié, il n'y aura plus de travail pour moi. Alors qu'est-ce qui va s'occuper de nous, les salariés?
Alors, et moi qui suis dans un cas différent, je suis artisan, et je perds à la fois les clients et les maisons auxquelles je réparais. Qu'est-ce que je vais devenir?
These images were shot in France in 1957, before the beginning of the construction of the Sainte-Croix Dam. 60 years later, the questions and concerns of the populations that will be displaced by the construction of a hydroelectric facility are essentially the same. We have stopped counting the examples of hydroelectric dams that have been detrimental to the impacted populations. From the produced electricity that is exclusively distributed to major urban centers, to the lack of compensation and rehousing, as well as environmental disasters, and even the widespread impoverishment of populations, the examples are numerous. HUDDA is convinced that a major public infrastructure project can no longer be done without genuine acceptance of the affected populations. The quest for just compensation does not resolve the social issue. Each new dam should be seen as an opportunity for local development. On all of its missions, HUDDA strives to establish a bond of trust with all the actors potentially impacted by the project. Administrative authorities, customary authorities, and civil society. We work with promoters, institutions, international NGOs, local associations, and research centers. The issue of employment, the preservation of the environment, and the emancipation of women and young people are at the forefront of our considerations. Establishing community-based projects in terms of health and education, as well as ensuring better access to water and electricity, are pressing obligations. Our team is identified by the impacted population as a trusted referent, available and present on the long term. HUDDA's multi-year program at a construction site takes place in 3 successive phases. Getting to know the populations affected by the project and letting them get to know us, listening to their concerns. The development of a collective project for the future, and support for pilot projects creating economic and social activities. As a responsible developer, HUDDA will accompany you for a project that is not only socially accepted, but that will also allow the means of improving the living conditions of impacted populations.